This is the story of Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln was born in Kentucky. He grew up not having a normal childhood like we have today. He witnessed a lot of slavery growing up. At just the age of 19, he witnessed his first slave auction in New Orleans. In 1830, he moved to Illinois with his family, where he studied law. He went to law school. In 1842, he married Mary Todd, and they had 4 sons together. In 1858, Lincoln, he was in 7 debates where he was nominated for Republican candidate of the U.S. Senate. And on March 4th, 1861, he was inaugurated as President of the United States. He was just 52 years old. And it was only 6 weeks shy of the Civil War. The Civil War was mainly about slavery. It was North versus South, like the country was divided. North versus South, Union versus Confederacy, slavery versus anti-slavery. In 1863, during the Civil War, during Lincoln's presidency, he signed the Emancipation Proclamation, which was a document that stated that all persons held as slaves are and henceforward shall be free. The Union, which was the North, eventually came out winning. They won the Civil War in favor of anti-slavery, and shortly after President Lincoln's second term, when he was inaugurated, he was assassinated.
Lincoln's first romantic love was with Anne Rutledge. They were just in a relationship when she died in August of 1835. In 1840, Lincoln became engaged to Mary Todd. Before their wedding in 1841, the couple called it off. They later met at a party and got married. Lincoln was fond by children. In 1843, Robert Todd Lincoln was born, and Edward Barker Lincoln, known as Eddie, in 1846. Edward later died in 1850, more likely of tuberculosis. Willie Lincoln was born that same year on December 21st and died 12 years later, known to be their favorite son. Thomas Todd Lincoln, their 4th son, was born on April 4th, 1853, and died of heart failure at the age of 18.
After a failed kidnapping attempt on March of 1865 of President Lincoln by Booth, April 14, 1865, would be the day that John Wilkes Booth, actor and Confederate sympathizer, would fatally shoot President Abraham Lincoln at the Ford's Theater in Washington, D.C. The president would die the next morning on April 15 of 1865 at the Peterson boarding house across the street from Ford's Theater. Wart Lehman, a friend and biographer of President Lincoln's, claimed that the president had confided in him a dream where he attended a funeral and saw his own face in the coffin, leaving him sleepless for the remainder of the night. The assassination would come only 5 days after Confederate General Robert E. Lee surrendered his army to General Ulysses S. Grant and the Potomac Army, effectively ending the Civil War. On April 26 of 1865, Booth was captured, shot, and killed by soldier Boston Corbett. His remaining allies were later convicted of conspiring to kill the president and died by hanging on July of 1865.